When your cat follows you into the bathroom, do you know what it's actually thinking? You might think it's just curious or a little too clingy, but the truth is, it's not just following you. It's switching into a completely different state, protection mode. And once you understand this, you'll never look at this behavior the same way again. Most people don't realize this, so they're missing one of the biggest signs of trust every single day. Stay until part 5, because that's when everything clicks. 1 routine. Start with predictability. You think the bathroom is just a private space. To your cat, it's a stable pattern. That's not boring. That's safe. In the wild, the more predictable an environment is, the lower the risk. When you go in at the same time, it means no surprises. When you repeat the same actions, it means this area has been tested. In its eyes, you are part of a stable system, and that might be the foundation of its deepest trust. Later in the video, you'll understand why it never takes its eyes off the door. Start with your position. You think you're just relaxing. To your cat, you're exposed. That's not overreaction. That's instinct. In animal behavior, science moments of stillness and distraction are when mammals are most vulnerable to attack. Predators and even social animals are wired to recognize these windows. Bradshaw times cat sense times 2013. When you sit still or turn your back, it means limited awareness. When the space becomes quiet, it means every signal matters more. When your movements slow down, it means reduced defensive readiness. Your cat isn't guessing. It's reading a pattern it evolved to detect. According to studies on feline behavior and human interaction, cats are highly sensitive to subtle changes in body posture and attention states. Vitali et al. 2019. They adjust their behavior based on how available or vulnerable you appear. So when you're in the bathroom, still quiet, focused inward, you match a profile that in nature would require protection. In its eyes, you are not in control of the environment. You are the one who needs coverage. And that might be one of the clearest signs of trust it can show. But this still isn't the most important part. Because if you think this is just protection, you're missing what comes next. Asterisk, asterisk 3. Strategic positioning. Asterisk, asterisk. 3 is where it places itself. You think your cat is just standing there. It's not. It's choosing a control point. That's not random. That's strategy. In territorial animals, positioning is everything. The safest spot is always between a potential threat and what matters most. Cats follow this instinct, even in domestic spaces. When it sits facing the door, it means I control the entry point. When it lies between you and the hallway, it means I block access. When its ears rotate constantly, it means I'm scanning everything. This isn't passive behavior. This is active monitoring. Behavioral studies on cats show they prefer positions that maximize visibility and escape routes. Ellis et al. 2013. But here's the shift when you're involved that positioning changes. It's no longer about escape. It's about coverage. In its eyes, you are the center of the situation. Everything is arranged around you. And that might be the most important role you play in its world. In its world, you are not the one in control. You are the one being managed. Watch closely next time. Where it stands will tell you everything. 4 is scent. You think the bathroom is just clean space. To your cat, it's a high-density scent zone. That's not random, that's territorial merging. Cats don't rely on vision the way you do. They rely on scent to define what belongs and what doesn't. According to feline behavior, research cats use scent glands on their cheeks, paws, and tail base to mark objects and individuals as part of their territory. Bradshaw times cat sense times 2013. So when your cat rubs against you, it means you're part of my system. When it rubs against surfaces, it means this space is secured. When your scent and its scent mix, it means this is shared territory. This is not affection in the human sense. This is identification. Your cat is not just being close to you. It's redefining you. In its eyes, you are no longer a separate individual moving through space. You are part of a unified environment it recognizes and controls. And once you've been marked, you're no longer separate. You belong to its system. Studies on feline social bonding show that scent sharing, called aller rubbing, is a key behavior in forming group identity among cats Vitali and Udell 2019. So, when your cat marks you in the bathroom, a small, enclosed, scent-rich space, it's not just reinforcing territory, it's reinforcing connection. In its world, this is how trust is built, and that might be the deepest form of bonding without a single sound. Asterisk, asterisk 5. State reading, asterisk, asterisk. 5 is how it reads you. You think your cat is just standing there. It's not. It's analyzing you in real time. That's not curiosity. That's detection. Cats are extremely sensitive to micro changes in body language, not big emotions, small signals you don't even notice. Research shows cats can pick up on subtle shifts in human posture, breathing, and attention state. Vitale et al. 2019. When your breathing changes, it means something is different. When your muscles tense, it means potential stress. When your movements slow or pause, it means environment is stable. Your cat is constantly updating a model of your condition, not emotionally, functionally. It's not asking, how do you feel? It's asking, are you safe? And it answers that question before you do. In a quiet, enclosed space, like a bathroom where noise is low and movement is minimal, your signals become clearer, easier to read, harder to hide. In its eyes, you are a living system broadcasting data, and it is tuned in the entire time. It doesn't wait for you to show emotion. It reads you before you even realize what you're feeling. That's why it stays. That's why it watches. And that might be the most unsettling part. You think you're alone in that moment, but you're not. You're being observed by something that understands your state faster than you understand it yourself. The bathroom you think is private was never just yours. It's the place where you're most vulnerable, most readable, and most understood. You're not being disturbed. You're not being followed. You're being watched by something that understands you more than you think. If you understand this, comment safe. And in the next video, I'll explain why your cat stares at you, like it knows exactly what you're thinking. The bathroom you think is private was never just yours. It's the place where you're most vulnerable, most readable, and most understood. You're not being disturbed. You're not being followed. You're being watched by something that understands you more than you think. If you understand this, comment safe. And in the next video, I'll explain why your cat stares at you, like it knows exactly what you're thinking. The bathroom you think is private was never just yours. It's the place where you're most vulnerable, most readable, and most understood.